Hi guys, so following the recent extremely narrow victory in Uxbridge for the Tories, Rishi Sunak has taken this as a sign that the way to win the next general election, or at least hold on to some seats, is to go down the anti-environmental route. His government has announced plans to issue hundreds of new licences for oil and gas extraction in the North Sea. This, of course, is another attempt by the Tories to hold on to low-information voters who think that if the UK pumps more oil and gas, it will lower prices for them. No, it will just boost profits for private companies. Now, part of Rishi's plan was to fly to Scotland to announce this. The host of the BBC's Good Morning Scotland asked him a question about this that, how can I say, got under Rishi's skin. Have a listen.
Listen, I'm being shouted at now to let you go because our time frustratingly has run out. Hopefully we'll get a chance to speak to you at greater length at some point in the near future to really get into some of these subjects. Let me just ask you finally before you go, how are you getting up here to make this green announcement today? Private jet?
I'll be flying as I normally would, and that is the most efficient use of my time. But again, I think actually that question brings to life a great debate here. If you or others think that the answer to climate change is getting people to ban everything that they're doing, to stop people flying, to stop people going on holiday, I mean, I think that's absolutely the wrong approach. Right, that's absolutely the wrong approach. I mean, every Prime Minister before me has also used planes to travel around the United Kingdom because it's an efficient use of time for the person running the country, so I can keep focusing on delivering for people. But if your approach to climate change is to say no one should go on holiday, no one should take on a plane, I think you are completely and utterly wrong.
Am I?
Right, that is absolutely not the approach to tackling climate change.
There's a difference between travelling by private jet and taking a flight.
What we are doing is investing in sustainable aviation fuel as one of the new technologies, like carbon capture and storage, will help us make the transition. It's not about banning flying, it's about investing in new technologies like sustainable aviation fuel that will make flying more sustainable. That's the right approach to this. But I look forward to having that conversation with you again. Thanks very much for having me.
We have to let you go. Will you commit to coming back on and speaking to us longer in future?
I think this is the second time I've been on your show in the short space of time I've been Prime Minister, but I'm sure I'll be there again in the future.
I hope so. Rishi Sunak, thank you very much indeed.
What a pathetic individual. And the fact that he's running away from the interview. Bye, I have to go. Even though it was the host that said, I'm going to have to let you go in a moment. Rishi Sunak using a private jet to travel. And notice how he engaged in a straw man argument, suggesting that, asking a question, why are you using a private jet to fly to Scotland to announce this, is some sort of attempt to ban flying. You should be leading. You're talking about, we are the government that support net zero. We're the government that support reducing carbon emissions. And you're not leading by example. You're not taking the train. Like when you're on the train, you can still work. You have an internet connection. You can still communicate with your ministers. But Parliament is shut at the moment. They're on holiday. So I'm not sure what he's talking about here. It's definitely not parliamentary work he's doing. But this is not work. This is about photo opportunities. This is not about leading the country. Like recently he flew to Dover by helicopter. It took 20 minutes. For what? To show off his new boots. Actually, it was about stopping the boats. Did he stop the boats? No, he didn't. It was just a photo opportunity. It's wasting public money because he's not paying for it. He's a multimillionaire, but he's not paying for it. Wasting taxpayer money to fly by helicopter, wasting taxpayer money to fly to Edinburgh for a photo opportunity and a distraction, because this is about distracting the public. And notice once again the straw man where he's saying, "Oh, you want to ban by asking this question. You want to ban flying." No, that's not the question. He was asked, "Why are you traveling by plane? Couldn't you travel by train? Show an example to people. Show leadership." No, you're not a leader. You're not able to do that. And Sunak's response, of course, was, well, we're investing in sustainable jet fuel. Are you using that sustainable jet fuel now? No. Then why don't you wait until you actually have that sustainable jet fuel and then say, look, we're flying by sustainable jet fuel. But you're not doing that at the moment. So why are you using that as an argument against traveling by train? Once again, this is a distraction. The extraction of gas and oil will be sold. and the subsidies that go with it is a waste of money. But it's not actually going to bring down energy prices for ordinary people, because the companies will extract the oil and gas. It will be sold on the international market. They'll make massive profits and be subsidized by the government. And then the ordinary people will buy it on the wholesale market, or from the retailers who buy it from the wholesale market. So ordinary people are not going to benefit here. Actually, they'll be worse off, because taxpayer money, which could be spent on renewables, which would actually bring down electricity prices for people, is actually being spent to prop up these oil and gas companies, which are already making massive profits. And we saw recently as well how there was a plan to tax their profits through a windfall tax, and then Rishi Sunak put inside the rule a loophole. Well, if they plan to invest, they won't have to pay any, or they'll pay less of the windfall tax. Well, then all they had to do was say, yeah, we're going to invest. Well, we're going to invest anyway. They even said it themselves. Yeah, well, we had already planned to invest. So that got them out of the windfall tax. Pathetic. But his response, notice he got a little bit angry about, how dare you ask me why I'm travelling by private jet to Scotland to to present a distraction to the public. It's not a real policy. It's not going to help people. Once again, he's a pathetic Prime Minister. And hopefully he'll lose his seat at the next general election. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.